Hey everybody. Let me try to put this down just a little bit because it's kind of a weird angle, but happy Sunday. So during church this morning and during first service and the worship, I wrote this down because I felt like God was speaking very specifically and very clearly to some people. I spoke it in church to the congregation, and I also feel it's for some people on our team as well, and maybe for all of us, really. But this is what I heard God say. Who has spoken that over you? Who has spoken that lie over you, that you will never this, or that you can't this? And I felt like he was saying, like, there was a specific time that somebody that you respect their opinion spoke something negative over you, and there was an element of truth to it because it had to do with something that is some of your weaknesses or your flaws or something like that. And almost like, because this, you will never that, or because this, you can never be this. And you bought into that lie and you believed it because it had that little element of truth to it. Now, I just want to tell you that is exactly how the enemy works, and that is how he uses fact against you, and he uses your weaknesses and your flaws against you in that way. But I heard God say, who has spoken that over you? It was not me, said the Lord. It's the voice of your enemy, the enemy of your soul, the enemy of your future, the enemy of your purpose. And so I want to talk today a little bit about that for you to identify maybe some of those lies that have been spoken over you, whether they were just in your own thoughts, the enemy using your flaws and weaknesses against you to say, you can never this in the future because you're not good enough at that, or you're not smart enough in this area. And so you'll never amount to this that you're hoping for. So God was saying, who has spoken that over you? Like, notice those thoughts, notice that lie, and be very intentional about speaking truth in its place. Find out what does God say about your future? What does God say about who you are and about your purpose? So going with that, the video that I meant to do today, and God spoke that and it went with what I wanted to already do. But I want to talk about the fact that we want to be a little different than the typical network marketing team, okay? We're already different, but we want to be different on purpose. So network marketing just, by its very nature, it drives you. The company, in order to reach their goals, they want to drive you to goals. They want to drive you with numbers. They want to drive you with ranks. They want to drive you with incentives to say, like, rush, hurry, meet this goal really quick every single month. They want to get all of us to reach new goals and bonuses and things like that. The tension is, for people who live in God's kingdom, we don't operate exactly the same way that the world does. And so people in God's kingdom, we're about our Father's business, right? And our Father's business and his goals are all based in love. We talk about that a lot on our team, is that, and even the entire company talks about how this relationship or this business is relationship driven. It is all about relationships. But because it's network marketing, we still have all those numbers and those goals and those things to try to reach. So how do we balance that tension of, you might be goal oriented like I am, and you want to reach goals, and maybe you get frustrated when you don't. But I guess our mindset has to be a little bit different, and shift our mindset to go, we're all about relationships and people. We're all about loving people. So we want to celebrate reaching out to people. Okay, and you can do that in so many different ways. You don't have to be all about your business every time that you are talking to somebody. But keep in mind that your business is going to be blessed if you will reach out and start talking to more people. So we're about relationships and people. And this is why I realized, I was talking to a couple people on the team this past week, and I realized I had never really explained like our monthly giveaway. When I want you guys to comment and shout out your different tasks that you have done, those tasks are more relationship based than numbers based. Yes, we want numbers just because it will bless you. The more people that you reach, the more your business will be blessed, the more you will be blessed. And it's just a way that God can bless you and provide for you. But this is why we celebrate having events. Whether one person or no people come to your event is not the point. The fact that you have an event, even one-on-one with somebody, coffee with somebody, is you impacting a life of a person. Okay, so that's why we celebrate that. And we celebrate reaching out to a few people because, hey, you're growing, you're facing some fears. You might be reaching out to 3 people on your brave list, and that's not just doing something for your business. That is you impacting those 3 people's lives. You are talking to 3 people that you wouldn't have otherwise. And yes, you're presenting them with an opportunity that could be a blessing to them and to their family. But even if they don't, you're still successful because you just reached into somebody's life, and you also faced a fear of your own. You also grew in confidence, and you grew as a leader because you're willing to do something that was scary, but you're willing to get outside of your comfort zone to talk to more people so you can impact more people. So even if it's not for business purposes, now somebody on the team just commented that, like, I did these events and I did these one-on-ones, and a few of them were business related and a few of them were just to connect with people. I would love that. Every single one of you guys, if you can reach out to 5 people per day and only 2 of them are business related, totally fine. That's great. You're at least getting into the lives of people. You're connecting with people. You're sharing something of yourself with people. So the money flows from you just loving people, okay? Love God, love people. You're fulfilling your purpose. You're facing fears, you're overcoming fears and objections, and we're celebrating you because you're connecting with people and you're being intentional about it. All right, so that's just going to cause you to grow, and it actually will cause your business to grow and be blessed as well. It's just an automatic fruit from you connecting with people. So the Bible talks about it this way. It says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things that you have need of will be added to you. So what we're doing is we're focusing on God's way of doing things. In our business, we're connecting with people because that is God's heart, and those are the goals that matter most. Your money goals and your rank goals and your numbers goals, they will come if you are just stepping out to impact more people every single day. So you are seeking God's kingdom first and wanting to impact people with the kingdom of God, with who you are, and the kingdom of God is on the inside of you. So Dan talked about this morning in church, like in our society and in our culture, it's such a get them and go, like quick, fast. We want to reach every goal and get to every destination quick. But in God's kingdom, God works over time. He works through process, which is not fun because you have to be patient. The word says there is seed, time, and harvest. So you plant some seed, then there's some time of waiting and persevering and believing that that seed is going to come up. And then there's harvest. Same thing in your business. You can know that if you are focused on God's kingdom, your seed will bear fruit, but it's going to take a process of time. It is not a get 'em and go thing. Like if we see some people rising to the top really fast, That is very rare, and you shouldn't focus on those kind of people just because sometimes that is not a strong foundation. Stronger foundations, like in the kingdom of God, are built over time and over process. And part of God's goal for us on our team and in God's kingdom is the process. What we learn in the process is more valuable than getting to the top quick or building a organization without a foundation. All right, so Galatians 5, I think it's 5, might be 6, says you will reap a harvest of blessing if you don't give up. So again, we're all about perseverance. We're all about the process that God has us in, because the process is teaching us something. It's teaching us patience, teaching us endurance, teaching us perseverance. It's teaching us, like I said before, facing fears and overcoming those things, personal growth, getting past our own self-confidence issues and fear and anxiety issues. I've done a ton of work on my own soul and identifying a ton of blockages and lies that I believed all my life. Just this past summer, God was showing me a whole bunch of things, and it took some work and it took a process of time for me to get breakthrough in those areas. Now he's working on some more stuff in me. We're always going to be in process, but we keep growing through it. And that, again, you guys, is the goal. So I want you to know that we want to celebrate you because of who you are, not because of what you do or the goals that you reach, even though those things will come. And I want to celebrate you when those things happen. But I want to celebrate the fact that you are just impacting people around you. You're being you. You are not giving up. Just the fact that you've had hard times, maybe in business and in your family, but you haven't given up. You're still here, all of that is something to celebrate. So just know that if you are already successful, if you are impacting people, and you are already successful on our team and in our eyes and in God's eyes, if that is what your focus is, okay? So God's kingdom and loving people through it. Finding out who you are and who God's called you to be and beginning to walk in that. And that is also a process, finding out who you are, but it's worth it. That's the goal, okay? So sometimes the journey itself is the goal. And I'm super proud of all of you, very thankful for all of you. So just please do, in the giveaway, shout out anything that you have done that impacts people, because I want to celebrate that, and all of you get a chance to receive something, a bonus of some kind for that. The fact that you are just showing up and being who God called you to be, and you're growing personally, okay? So that's something to celebrate all the time. Anyways, happy Thanksgiving if I don't get a chance to tell you before or see you on here or whatever. I love you guys. Let me know if you have any questions at all, but I just wanted to encourage you with that word today. Okay? Love you.